Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Brian. Ready to go to Mr. Clementine?
Sure thing. I really want to get an ice cream cone.
Me too.
So, what kind of ice cream are you going to get at Mr. Clementine's?
I'm not sure. I really like the bubblegum flavor, but I kinda want to try cookies and cream this time.
That sounds good. I want to try the fried chicken flavor.
Ooh, gross.
Look at Mrs. Anderson's house. It looks like a rundown shack.
It's so sad. Doesn't she care how it looks anymore?
I wonder if something's wrong. It didn't used to look like that.
I don't know. I wish we could help, but we're just kids.
Hi, Monique. Is Mr. Clementine here?
Hi, Brian and Jessica. He sure is. He's in the frozen food section.
Oh, perfect. That's by the ice cream counter.
Yeah. Thanks, Monique. Hi, Mr. Clementine.
Hi, Brian and Jessica. What brings you two here today?
We want to get some ice cream.
It's a good day for it. It's pretty hot outside.
Yeah. I want to try the fried chicken ice cream.
Yep. Seems to be a popular flavor. Doesn't seem to suit my taste, but who am I to judge?
Doesn't sound good to me either. I think I'll stick with cookies and cream.
Well, Aaliyah can scoop up your ice cream for you. Hey, once you've gotten your ice cream, can you come over and see me before you leave? I have a little job for you two.
Awesome. Sure, we can help.
Hey, guys. So what flavors do you want?
I want to try the fried chicken, please.
Good choice. It's weird but delicious.
And I would like the cookies and cream, please.
You bet. Here you go.
This looks delicious.
It sure does.
Mr. Clementine? We finished our ice cream. What job did you want us to do?
I have a bag of groceries that I'd like you to deliver to Mrs. Anderson.
Mrs. Anderson? We just walked by her house today.
Yeah, it kinda looks messy.
I was afraid of that.
I'm sorry to be rude, but she should take better care of her home. It looks pretty bad. I would say it's kinda embarrassing.
Well now, do you know anything about what's going on in her life?
Honestly, no. I never see anyone out front anymore.
That's true. I even wondered if she still lived there, except that I see her cat on the front porch every day.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Mr. Anderson at all.
Well, that's because Mr. Anderson died a few weeks ago, and Mrs. Anderson lives all alone. Her children live far away and rarely visit.
Oh, gosh. That's so sad. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, I feel bad for saying her house looked messy. She probably can't help it.
Me too. Is she okay, though?
That's a good question, Jessica. I don't rightly know. She called earlier today and asked if a few grocery items could be delivered to her.
Well, we better take those things over to her right now. She might be hungry.
Good observation, Brian. Here is the bag. It's just a few necessities.
Okay. We'll take it to her now.
Thank you. If you wouldn't mind, please come back here and let me know how she's doing.
Sure thing, Mr. Clementine.
I hope Mrs. Anderson is okay.
Hello? Who is it?
Hi, Mrs. Anderson. It's Jessica and Brian from your neighborhood. Mr. Clementine asked us to bring this bag of groceries to you.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Old Morris knows there's cat food in here.
Mrs. Anderson, how are you doing? We haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, that's true, Brian. I've been holed up in the house since Mr. Anderson passed away.
We're really sorry to hear about that, Mrs. Anderson. He was such a nice man.
Yes, he was. The best of men. I miss him every day.
Are you all alone here?
Yes, except for my cat Morris. He's always around.
But where are your kids?
They live in other states across the country. They visit when they can. They're busy with their own families now.
But you're their family too.
I am. I'm sure they'll come when they can.
I noticed your lawn was pretty overgrown. Do you need help mowing it?
Well, yes. I'm sorry about the way it looks. I could definitely use help. I obviously can't mow it myself and don't have the money to pay anyone to do it.
Maybe we can help you.
Oh, yes. We could help with anything you need.
Well, thank you so much. I don't want to be a bother to anyone, though.
It's no bother. We want to help.
You are both precious children. Thanks for thinking of me.
Well, we'd better get going. We'll come back and visit real soon.
Thank you for bringing my groceries. See you soon.
So, how was Mrs. Anderson?
She's such a nice lady, but I think she's really lonely and sad. No one visits her.
Yeah, and her porch had broken boards in it. It looked kinda dangerous. Plus her lawn is really overgrown.
We need to do something about that.
But how can we help? We're just kids.
Your age has nothing to do with it. Helping others is something we all must do. In fact, the English writer and preacher John Bunyan once said,
"You have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you."
Sounds like helping others is really important.
Brian, the truth is, it may be the most important thing. Martin Luther King Jr. once said,
Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?
Martin Luther King said that? Wow. Can I help Mrs. Anderson too? Maybe I could wash her windows?
Count me in. I could sweep and clean her patio.
Well, maybe we could all help. I could plant some flowers.
Yeah, I could pick up the trash, and my brother Danny could mow the lawn.
These are wonderful ideas. I'll see if I can repair her front porch. I don't want her to trip on a broken board.
Whoa! The yard looks so good. Hi, Mrs. Anderson. We're all done with the yard.
Oh my, it looks so lovely. I don't know how to repay you all for your kindness.
It's okay, Mrs. Anderson. John Bunyan once said, "You have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you."
Oh yes, John Bunyan. Wait just a moment. I have something I want to give you and Brian. I want you two to have this.
The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to read it.
You're very welcome. And once you finish it, please come back and we'll talk about it.
We sure will.
And thank you for your help, Mr. Clementine. I know Mr. Anderson is looking down right now and is grateful to you as well.
You're very welcome, Mrs. Anderson. I must say, though, that all these young'uns organized this whole thing.
Well, you are all the most helpful young folks I've ever met. Bless you all.